What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are enjoying your day. In today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I created these color block ombre nails with some tropical flowers. I didn't plan for them to look like this, but I was thinking of things as I went along when I was doing my nails, and this is how they turned out. I really like the way they turned out. I think they came out super pretty. I actually created this look with the new color cube from Modelones. This is my first time trying their color cube. This one is called the Macaron Paradise. It has a lot of really pretty bright colors in it, but you also get some nude shades and some glitters as well. So this is what the box looks like, and it does come with a little manual that I accidentally ripped because it was stuck to the sticker on the inside, but it doesn't really matter because I don't care to use these things anyway. I was just showing you guys. So yeah, it's actually shaped like a little vinyl record, which is so freaking cute, and on the back it shows all the colors that are inside. There's no names, it's just a bunch of colors, and when you open it up there's a little design and like a spot, I guess, where you can mix the colors because it says mix here. And then there's also a protective seal. It says you might have some bubbles or something in your gels. I didn't have any in mine, but don't worry if you do. They'll still be fine, I guess, after everything settles. There's also a gel brush in here that comes with a removable bottom, so you can put it as a cap for the brush to protect it. So there's 21 colors in total in this whole color cube, so I'm just going to go ahead and start swatching. I sped up the video a little bit so we can speed through all the colors. So the first shade I'm swatching is a beige. It's like a nude beige color. I like the fact that you get a little bit of everything in this set, so that's what that one looks like. I'll be carrying each one for 60 seconds. I'm going to be doing 2 coats but only one on camera to save time. This next one is also a nude shade, but it's more like a pink tone one, not like beige like the other one. And then we get into some more bright colors. This one is a medium pink. It's super pretty. I love this one. This is one of my favorites. I definitely incorporated it into my set, but I wanted to make sure to use like a lot of colors since there's so many colors in this kit. The next one is kind of like the previous one, except this one is a little bit lighter. It's a lighter pink. And then the next one is more like a coral orange. This one is super pretty as well. I definitely incorporated this one into my set. I recommend using thin layers when you're applying these because these are cream gels, so they're a lot thicker and more pigmented than regular gel polish. This one is another nude shade, by the way. It's a little bit lighter than the first one, but it does have that beige undertone, kind of like a pink beige undertone. And then the next one is a pastel yellow. But yeah, these are a lot thicker and pigmented than regular gels, and you don't have to self-level them. I recommend applying thin layers to make sure that each layer cures all the way through. After I went in with the second coat though, that was definitely enough coats. You don't want to apply them too thick. As you can see, I applied a little bit too much on this lime green color, so I'm just removing some of it, which kind of did waste the product. So it's my first time using this one, so just be mindful of that. You only need a little bit, like a little bit goes a long way. This next color is like a mint shade. This one is so pretty. I love this color as well. This is like the perfect spring palette. This next one is a teal blue shade. I love this one as well. They have so many pretty like blues and greens in this palette. It's so nice. I love the whole setup, how it's like a little palette. It almost reminds me of a makeup palette. This next blue is a powder blue. Powder blue is one of my favorite shades of blue as well. I know I'm saying like they're all my favorite, but yeah, I picked it for a reason because they have nice colors. And as you can see, they're all pretty pigmented with one coat, but after I did go in with the second coat, you don't see any streaks or anything like that. And if your nails were shorter, you probably only need 1 coat because they are on the thicker side. So this shade is a medium purple. That one's really nice as well. The darker colors show up a lot better on the first coat, but if you have a lighter color, you might see a little bit of streaks, but when you go in with the second coat, you shouldn't see any at all. And this one is unique. It's like a light grayish purple with gold glitter in it. This next one is another purple shade. They also have a lot of nice purples in this one as well. This is one of my favorite purples from the whole set too. And then there's also another purple. This is more like a lilac shade. This one's really pretty as well. And even though this one's a lighter color, it's very pigmented. Doesn't really have a lot of streaks in it. This next one is a powder blue. This one's so pretty. I love these shades of blue, like that powder blue. It's so nice. It has more of like a grayish undertone. And this one kind of reminds me of the one that I have on my nails. It's another blue as well. And then we have another blue. This one's more like that Malibu blue. I've been seeing this color a lot lately. It's a really popular color, but I've been obsessed with this color blue lately. I don't know why. And now we're getting into some of the glittery shades. This is a blue glittery shade with some fine silver glitters in it. It looks really nice. Then we also have a silver holographic glitter color, and this one is really nice as well. The glittery shades definitely need a second coat to be fully pigmented. And the last one is a nice white shade. This is a really nice white. It's very bright. So here are all the colors after applying a second coat and a layer of top coat, curing each layer for 60 seconds. I love all the shades in this kit. I like how you get a little bit of everything. If you guys are interested in this color cube, it will be linked in my Amazon store under the category gel polish, so definitely check it out. So let's go ahead and get into this tutorial. Right now I'm applying my primer. I applied some of those long coffin tips off camera, and I already prepped my nails and everything. And like I said, I went in with my primer. Now I'm going to be painting the tips of the nails. I'm doing an encapsulated design, so I'm going to be also doing an ombre. But first I'm doing the color on the tips and then going in with the ombre so everything looks nice and blended. So I'm doing kind of like a little color block design on the tips of the nails. So I'm applying the first color down, and then when I go in with the top color, I kind of just apply that like in a slant like I did the first color, but like blend it in the middle. So I applied pink and that Malibu blue to the first nail. I'm going to be going in with 2 coats, but I'm only applying 1 right now. Like I mentioned earlier, it's best to do thinner coat, and it's also easier to blend, especially when you're doing something like this. So on this nail I'm doing pink and green, and on the next nail I'm applying some of this medium purple at the tip and then going in with some green at the top. On the pinky I'm going to be using that coral shade and that Malibu blue. At first I really didn't know where I was going with this set. After I did the ombre and everything, I was like, okay, like I really don't know what I want to do with this. I like the color combination and everything, but I was thinking to myself it just needed something else. And when I added the colorful little flowers in the end, it really brought everything together, because the colors were giving me tropical for some reason, like the way I put them on the nails, and like I just thought tropical. So I was like, okay, maybe flowers would go with this set. And that's how I kind of came up with this. And yeah, I really love the way they turned out. So as you can see, I'm kind of blending them in the middle. It doesn't have to be too neat because I'm actually going to be going over them with a little bit of glitter, so the blend doesn't have to be too perfect. Okay, so I'm going to be going in with the second coat now, just so you can see the colors really good after I apply the glitters and encapsulate them and everything. And again, you want to go in with just another thin layer. You really don't need a lot. A little goes a very long way. A very small bead, especially because with this design I'm only applying it to the tips. But yeah, I'm just applying a thin layer right over the previous color, and then blending it right there in the middle. They blend really nicely together while they're wet. You just want to make sure to wipe your brush off on your paper towel before you dip it back into the color to avoid mixing them. I kind of just wipe my brush on the paper towel It helps so you don't like fray your brush that fast. It comes off very easily, but you don't want to use acetone or too much rubbing alcohol because that can cause your brush to separate or fray after a while. And then when you try to apply the gels on your nail, you'll see more like brush streaks in them. And now I'm just going to take a very small amount of that silver holographic glitter and brush it over all the tips of the nails so that I could have little hints of glitter in the background on the nails when I go in with the flowers. Now I'm going to start doing the ombre. So I'm using this nude pink shade from Valentino Beauty Pure. It's called Lustrous Pink. It's a very light nude pink shade with some fine glitters in it. It's super pretty, but I feel like it went very well with this whole set because there's glitter at the tips. You just have to apply a couple extra beads to kind of build up the color because it is slightly translucent. So I usually start by putting my first bead kind of like on the first half of the nail bed and blending it down, then going in with another bead up by the cuticle area and blending it down over that into the tip. And then I go in with another bead or two, kind of like where the tip and the natural nail meet, to kind of like really get that blend really good. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and encapsulate the nails with Mia's Secret Clear Acrylic. So I'm applying my first bead to the tip of the nail to build up the free edge of the nail, then my second bead where the tip and the natural nail meet to start building my apex, and then I'm going to apply a cuticle bead to further build the apex. Then I kind of just look at the nail from different angles and add in acrylic where I need it. This monomer sets a little bit faster than my Mia Secret one, so bear with me while I try to work as fast as I can before it sets. That's what I really hate about this freaking monomer. I can't wait till I run out of it because I'm never buying it again. It's like so annoying. I've gotten used to my Mia Secret one, and then now that I use this one, it dries like way too fast for me. It said it was medium setting, but I don't believe that because it literally starts drying as soon as it hits the nail, and it wasn't like too warm or too cold in my nail room. So yeah, I guess that's just how it is. But I hate when the description says one thing and then when you actually use it, it's not. It's just like really annoying. So yeah, I was trying to work super fast and brush my beads out. That was probably part of the reason I had to go in and add a little extra acrylic, because I had to work so fast. But wherever you put the acrylic, you want to focus it in that area to build up that particular area. And I always work with the acrylic until it's pretty much set, patting the sides and the tip of the nail to keep the shape.
Winnie.
Moving on to the filing, I'm going to go ahead and start by debulking my nails first. So I'm using the Melody Susie MR5 nail drill as always, and my Melody Susie dust collector. So I'm starting around the cuticle area and filing around the cuticle to get that down low and seal it. You just want to keep your drill moving and not file in one spot for too long to avoid the drill bit from heating up against your nail. And then I kind of just smooth over the nails by going side to side. I also do kind of redefine the shape with my nail drill, just to kind of like help get that extra acrylic off of the sides, so that when I go in with my hand file, I'm not sitting there filing for like 2 hours. It just helps kind of like see the shape more. But I do like to debulk first because I feel like the shape lasts longer when you go in with the hand file after shaping. So as you can see, I'm just smoothing side to side over the nail. When I turn my nail to the side, you can see I'll have the little hill that's apex, and then my nail gets gradually thinner towards the free edge. And then when you look down the barrel of your nail, the sidewall should be the thinnest part of your nail. You always want to make sure to file underneath your nails as well to make sure they're nice and clean. If you're having trouble knowing if your cuticle area is sealed or not, you can take your nail and feel around the cuticle area. If it snags on anything like product, you know you still have to go in and seal. If not, you've sealed properly.
Creamy.
Then I'm gonna go ahead and shape up my nails. I'm using these new 180 grit hand files from Melody Susie. They work really good, and I like the way they're shaped, and they're not too sharp to where you like cut yourself or anything like that. I will link them in the description box below if you guys are interested in them. But yeah, I like the shape of them because you can get really good along the sides and stuff like that. So I'm doing the long coffin shape. These tips are already kind of pre-shaped, so when you go in with the hand file, you're just kind of redefining the shape. So for these, you want to hold your file at an angle and file in towards the tip. That's kind of how you get that coffin shape. So that's what I'm doing until I'm satisfied like with how wide they are in the end, basically. And then file the free edge, just holding my file at an angle and filing straight across, or you could do the same thing and hold your file at an angle but file up and down, whatever works. And then when I'm done filing the nails, I'm just gonna buff over the surface of the nails to smooth them out. I did end up taking the thumb down some, just because I tend to hit my thumbs a lot on things, so I took it down.
Creamy. Creamy.
Alright, so now that the nails are all shaped up and everything, I'm going to go ahead and start doing the flower design. So I actually did this with blooming gel. I'm applying the blooming gel to my nail first, and then grabbing the colors that I want to use. So on the pointer fingernail, I'm going to be using purple, and then on the middle fingernail, I'm going to be using the Malibu blue. And basically you just want to make the shape of flowers like with 4 petals going off to the side. And sorry, my head was getting in the way a little bit. I try to cut out the parts where it was like in the way a lot. But yeah, I just kind of make like 4 petal shapes. You kind of got to move fast because they start to bloom. That's what the blooming gel does. It makes the gel expand. So you just want to clean off your brush really quick and then apply the next color. It's a little bit hard to get these cream gels onto your detail brush because they're thicker than regular gels. But then once you do get it on there, it's pretty easy. But yeah, once the flowers bloom, it kind of gives like this really cool effect. Almost kind of looks like tropical palm trees in a way. So yeah, however you look at it, I guess. But I like the way it turned out. It really gives that tropical vibe with the blooming gel. So I'm gonna go ahead and cure that after waiting a couple seconds. After doing this nail, I did decide to do just one nail at a time because it was a little bit hard trying to keep up with the gel.
Ringy. Ringy.
To finish up the design, I'm going to use this Macaron rhinestone gel to apply some of these butterfly charms to my nails. I have these charms linked in my Amazon store under nail art. I'm also going to be brushing some of the rhinestone gel over the nails and some gel top coat from Nail Reserve LA to apply the smaller flat backs. I'm going to be using some AB rhinestones and just applying those in between the little flowers and everything. I think it turned out really cute, and that's pretty much all I do. I hope you guys like this set. Don't forget to leave me a comment and let me know what you think of it. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe before you leave because I post nail tutorials and reviews every week. And if you're not following me on Instagram and TikTok, make sure you do that so we can stay connected on there. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Love you guys.
Ringy. Ringy. Rainy.